Hello everyone, this is Migo Hunter, and today we have the final, I think it's the final, Exceed Round 4 match of Chimera Summer Bash between Rose on red and Feathers on blue. Rose leading Linne. I think her Linne is undefeated so far, and Feathers is leading with Ryu. So very cool character to see. I think Feathers probably wants to save Carmine for maybe if he loses this game, but I'm not sure. Rose does a full mulligan, and Feathers mulligans 4. Alright. So yeah, it looks like Feathers starting off with Ryu because he's well-rounded, solid. His move 1 has the potential, his simple move 1 action has the potential to um, make Linne's position sensitive stuff be disrupted, but we'll see. And we see Rose veil off turn 1 as Linne, not planning to use her front side very much, if at all. And with the Linne's Exceed side, basically it lets her play continuous boost from her gauge, and it gives +1 power. Gives +1 power to her if it causes a strike to happen. So a lot of her stuff, in fact, all of her specials are now strike, hit, gain advantage in some way or another. So her Exceed mode is excellent for pressing pressing the advantage and also gaining some extra benefits when she's doing so. So right now, so Veil Off of course doesn't give her a continuous boost itself, but it's still useful tool for Lune to go gauge neutral, and also um, give her gauge for ultras if she needs to play them. All right, Fetish player 2 has to play around the fact that Linne has Sky Fangs. Oh, okay. Decides to retreat 1 for free and draw 1 for end of turn. The only thing that would hit from here for Linne is Sky Fangs if she plays it. Linne air dashing to range 2. Range 2, a good range for Linne. Immediately threatening the elusive flash. But also trending stuff like her DP on defense is pretty decent. Ryu boosting Weird Warrior very early, compounding the extra stats. We do not see a tech hit from Linne, not yet at least. So it's up to Feathers if he wants to capitalize on this boost right now, or continue to boost War some more. Weird Warrior does make it so that Tatsu, because of his before advance 2, actually beats Elusive Flash. So very good, very, very good boost. Ryu stepping back to range 3, referring to sort of play a little bit of a mix-up game at this range with +2 power, +2 speed behind it. Linne, bit of a tricky situation she has here because Linne is reluctant to initiate when the opponent has strong boost up. Because if she invests the now strike hit gain advantage boost, then it's awkward when it fails. You can see Linne maybe do a move action, or counter boosting doesn't seem prudent here because she only has a superior as a continuous boost. I think so. I feel like superior is the only continuous boost Linne has that doesn't cause a strike immediately. So she can't really compete against Weird Warrior. Has to figure out something else to deal with it. wait. Oh, it's actually okay. Spend one force. Not using air dash, just spending one force to move to range two. Drops both assaults, but Linnea's whole kit gains advantage, so it's not a big loss. Not a big loss in my opinion. Forcing Feathers to think of something to do on his turn. Linnea's just enforcing the range two threat of Elusive Flash to make sure to limit Ryu's options if he chooses to initiate. If Feathers takes the Ryu action, he will overdraw and force to discard one. So a stare down from both players. Feathers not sure how to initiate, or if he even wants to initiate. The nice thing about Ryu's kit too is that mm, his Shoryuken and Metsu Shoryu gain bonus speed when the opponent initiates. So in a way, it can like can potentially shut down Linnea's ways to start advantage chaining. You can tell this is a high stakes match when both players are 3-0 undefeated when they're taking their time to think. Neither of them wants to. One of them's gonna go up 4-0. The other's gonna suffer the first loss. Pause champ. Will we see a strike being initiated? Okay. Fantasy Fighters initiate a strike. Rose has to guess. No, guesses incorrectly. Guesses incorrectly. Mashes the elusive flash, and Ryu just plays the assault. I guess elusive flash would beat certain stuff like sweep, donkey kick, stuff that makes Ryu stand still. So it was a mix up. It was a mix up, and Rose guessed wrong, unfortunately. And now it is Ryu's advantage. If Linne was uh, if Linnea guessed correctly that Ryu was going to play Assault, then she could play a Sweep or a Focus and trade with it. I don't think Rose has a block herself because if she did, she would have tech hit this Way of the Warrior. Meanwhile, Ryu just uses reaction to uncorner himself and take near center board. This is a really good Ultra. Cheap too. Just made the wrong call there. Ooh. Vanish Transcend. Now strike before close one, hit gain advantage. Uh, this is an interesting one because the before close one doesn't seem to actually help here, except if it's a sweep, then it will catch cross. So interesting boost here. If Rose is worried about Ryu's stealing advantage, then a sweep does make sense as well. Ryu can steal advantage with Donkey Kick or Tatsu because they're both mid slash slow. They're both kind of like slowish mid speeds that hit gain advantage, so can steal advantage from Linne on the correct read. So is Linne playing a sweep or is she playing a fast? It's sort of the game that Ryu has to guess here. Ryu content with the playing the cross there. Takes range 3, which is good for him, but the sweep does catch the cross and gains Linne advantage. So good setup from Rose there. Drops the focus as well. One less Ryu to worry about. Yep, Linne gains advantage. Now at this range has to worry about crit Hadokens. Ryu kind of telegraphing he wants to set up a Hadoken here with the cross, but who knows? Who knows? Rose's advantage. Would be nice if Linne was frontside to use the Linne action to meet the range too. Um, oh, snap. Calling Demise Razor. Now strike opponent discards a hit. Discards opponent discards card random and gains advantage. We know it's not assault. Crit Hadoken? Ah, it is the spike to trade. Very nice. Ryu would take 5 for his troubles. Should be Should be 19 HP for Ryu, maybe? There we go. Okay. Rips out a Shoryuken as well, which is a good pull, relatively speaking. Oh! Continuing the advantage. Now Ryu has to guess. The crit Shory going down does make this range 2 play pretty um, pretty safe-ish. And Ryu cannot wall swing, so he has to answer from hand. Well, I mean Ryu can wall swing, but he'll lose. Oh, well done. Another elusive flash. The donkey kick will miss. And cannot steal advantage from Linne. That's the tool we talked about. And then Linne found a really good sequence and just preps. Utilizing all the cards in her hand. Alright, we see Ryu step back to range 3, get back to Hadoken. Ryu, of course, has the threat of Hadoken, but if he initiates with it and crits it, it's gonna drain him of resources. I mean, not drain him of resources, but like, he's not gonna see any new cards. So Ryu just decides to prep to replenish his hand. Linne has a resistance sheer wall and just defense, both in gauge, so she can take advantage. This resistance sheer wall will actually be very helpful to stop Hadoken as well. Linne rebuilding her hand. We did see one focus get dropped by Ryu, so therefore Rose doesn't have to worry about that reading for now. EX attack. Could this be? Could be an EX Tatsu. EX assault is out of the question. Could even be an EX on curve Hadoken. So like a little tiny bit of a mix up here that Feathers is playing right now. Oh, EX spike does not pay out. Linne crosses out, but I guess Ryu was betting that Linne would not want to cross out into Hadoken range. Linne just wants to win combat here, and has the force for closing right back into range two. Burns, notably burns a second Divine Blaze, so we won't see that amazing Ultra until she reshuffles. I did like that EX by Feathers there. I think it's totally respectable to go for that, considering Linnea's range 3 option is not good, and she dropped both assaults. So I think that was a pretty respectable EX spike attempt, just did not pay out because Rose was perfectly willing to cross out and go back in. I think there could have been an EX dive as well, but of course, a singular cross um, covers both EX spike and EX dive. Really interesting set so far. It's a back and forth between both players. All right, Fetish decides to prep. After the EX spike, makes sense. Rose is down one cross, so that's a range 2 option Ryu doesn't have to worry about. One range 2 option Ryu doesn't worry about at least. Prep, 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 prep. Ryu being down cards does feel bad though for Ryu. Alright, Ryu moves to range 3. Now threatening Hadoken again. And we know that Linne does not have any assaults. So her range 3 options are lacking right now. Does have Diviner, but Diviner is not going to be fast enough to outspeed the Hadoken. Alright, Rose's turn. What can she do here? She can spend a force to move in if she wants to range 2. Um, she can try to strike. I mean, she is. Linne is probably pretty okay to strike. Oh, we see. Okay, not reading. Okay, just boost to range 2. Okay. Spending force just to slowly walk into the corner to try and corner Ryu. Ryu down one Shoryuken, one Donkey. All right, Ryu now going to range 1. Range 1 range, pretty okay for Ryu here. If he has especially if he has Tatsu to steal advantage. Tatsu steal advantage, there's also 1 inch punch in the mix-up to push 3 and make Linne sad. And yeah, 1 inch punch is the main way for Ryu to set up his Hadoken loops. Yeah, Federer's going through his deck pretty slowly, taking the Ryu action. Oh, wow. Interesting decision by Rose here, dropping her second focus and Skyfax just to, I mean, dropping Overcome just for the boost, and because Skyfax is useless at range 1, and Veil off again. We see a parry come out, parrying Diviner, which is Linne's 2-gauge Ultra. And we see a known hand. A weird hand for sure. Block, block. Okay, so she had double blocks, so enough defensive options here that she doesn't have to worry about dropping a focus. Of course, 1 inch punch does destroy blocks very hard, so has to watch out for that. And with a hand of 0034 Miss Swallow, Rose could go for a reading here if she wants, especially after that parry. If she's worried about second focus, can try for a focus reading, but she doesn't really have much of a punish. Okay, moving to spending both the spike and the dive to move to range 3. Interesting. So with Ryu down both spikes, this is actually a very sensible play. Ryu can read focus, but does not have an appropriate focus. I mean, can read block, but doesn't have an appropriate way to punish block. The best way he can quote unquote punish block is to play an assault to gain advantage, but that's it really. We see Ryu striking, no crit, so not the Hadoken. Could be a dive, since we see Linne not have any assault. She doesn't have any assaults to defend against it. The best she can do is block. Yep, makes sense. It's a dive. Ryu gets one more gauge, which is one more away from. Oh, drops both specials. Okay, to fully block the dive. Ryu is almost there to get Metsu. Metsu pretty decent threats at range 1, but 178 if the opponent initiates. However, if the opponent initiates with a focus, they can trade with Metsu. So now Linne is down to a block and 1 mystery card. Linne, I wouldn't be surprised if she is seeking to reshuffle here soon. Um, oh, we see a CC. So you see both blocks and a focus to draw 4. Keeping the continuous boost engaged. Linne down both tech hits, so if Ryu wants to boost Weird the Warrior, then he can. Weird the Warrior, there's no way for Linne to tech it. Linne down to 9 cards left, not having many options left. She does have another sweep somewhere in there. So she's not out of slows yet. What will Ryu do here? Does Lene have another cross? Maybe she does. Lene is down both Elusive Flash as well. Both Elusive Flashes, both Divine Blaze. Only Ultra she has is Diviner. Now we see a defensive booster from Ryu plus 2 power plus 1 armor. Tries to make himself a trading monster here, range 1. Rose dropped both readings as well. Therefore, pretty okay in this position. I mean, Ryu's pretty okay in this position. Hmm. Oh my goodness, a wall swing? Okay, naming sweep on hit gain advantage. And a wall swing, wow. What could Linne be wall swinging for? Her own sweep? Or a grasp? Fetter's going, huh. This interesting turn of developments. Tatsumaki. Oh, well, Linne will at least still gain advantage, but it's gonna hurt. Takes 7. Linne gains advantage. Yeah, that Tatsu was very safe there. Boost superior. Doesn't cause her to strike, but gains her some much needed stats. Wants to threaten Diviner here, I would assume. Of course, what Ryu can do is move to Rage 1 to threaten Metsu. Fetters listing down all the known normals. Very meticulous in his card counting. Spear is actually a very good move here because you trend Diviner at ranges. Okay, Ryu moves to range 1. Interesting. So threatening the EX Metsu. If Ryu's worried about this is an interesting position here. Ryu's obviously threatening the Metsu, which EX Grass will beat if Linne initiates. However, does not beat EX Metsu, which could that be what Fetish is holding? 9 speed EX Metsu, mash it at whatever Linne does. Hmm. Certainly a predicament here. for Linne. You have to wonder if she wants to just assume that Ryu doesn't have Metsu, EX Metsu, and just play into it. The world in which Ryu has one Metsu versus two Metsu Shoryukens is very different worlds. Could use respect to get out of the corner and threaten the diviner, but then she's doing it. Oh, a sweep would be fine as well, actually. No, it would not. EX Metsu would pops even EX sweep. Actually, no, it would not. Sweep has 7 guard, 1 armor, so therefore it could be a sweep here. See the EX Metsu. No, it's an EX sweep. Oh, it's a trade. Oh, this pops. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. That is a 9 power sweep. Oh my goodness, it pops EX sweep. Feathers thought he could respond. This would be an effective way to respond to a grasp, but maybe I don't. Maybe he miscalculated. Didn't even consider that Linne's 9 powers could produce a 9 power sweep. Wow, a huge loss for Feathers here, and gains advantage. And she should pull a card at random. Discard, huh? Oh, Ryu loses a block for his troubles as well. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong, folks. Wow, what a turn. You know, for a second there, I thought the EX sweep from Ryu would have worked. Prep. Danae's hand is known, but she doesn't care. All the known normals have been eliminated except EX Grasp, which is not really not really a normal you can read and exploit, especially if you drop focus in the process. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a turn. I assume if Feathers had an EX Metsu, he would have probably just played it in response to anything she do. Because if he had EX Metsu, at worst, it'll trade with Sweep. 8 damage, EX Metsu will at least trade with Lide's monster Sweep. But if Feathers only had one Metsu Shoryuken, then he cannot reliably defend against the potential EX Grasp. Alright, Ryu has no choice but to retreat to range 5 to try and rebuild his hand, also threaten Metsu Hadoken. Of course, Linne has some answers here. She can respect in. However, does that mean Ryu has a reading? Linne respects in with a grass, then Ryu could do a reading. Okay, she just respects it anyway. Accepts the risk of a reading from Ryu. Ryu could read grass and play some sort of punish, maybe a donkey kick. 6 power gain advantage. Oh, reading to donkey kick would be really strong here. 6 damage, gain advantage, and then play Metsu Hadoken or just regular Hadoken. This could actually be very bad for Linne now, assuming Ryu has the appropriate punish. But maybe he doesn't. What was the hand? Fang, Gyre, Diviner times 2. Skyfangs does serve as a budget block in case Linne needs it. Fetters is another donkey kick, right? Alright, looks like Fetters opting to prep and give Linne cards. Unfortunate. However, Ryu does not appear to have a reading available. Because if there's a turn that you read, it would be this one, probably. Grasp. The only no normal right now. Alright, Linne striking. +3 armor after lose all armor, and also +1 power as well. Wow, holy hell, that sweep turn still blows my mind. What a turn that was. 9 power sweep gaining advantage is not something many characters can do, folks. Linne striking could even be a diviner. No, 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 she doesn't have enough gauge for that. But a diviner with just defense, actually totally fine. But she does not have the amount of gauge for that, so it's something else. Could be a could be a gyre. Could be a gyre with just defense up. Or an assault. Maybe she just freshly drew an assault to gain advantage. Rearrange 2 here. Doesn't have very many good responses. Does have another crit Shoryu somewhere in there. Maybe he's willing to crit Shoryu to try and stun out anything that has crit 1-inch punch. Ah, they lose the flash. 5 power, -2, okay. Doesn't care about gaining advantage, just wants to poke him out. Ryu tried a desperate 1-inch punch there to catch any attacks that close and give him a little bit of extra armor, but did not pan out. The grasp is still known. This is the biggest weakness Linne has right now, is that the grasp is still known in her hand. If Fetters wins off a grasp reading, then oh, that would be brutal. Am I crazy, or Ryu still has second focus? Like, I'm pretty sure he still does, but maybe I'm crazy. Mhm. Fetters on the back foot here. Makes sense that he will be deep in thoughts. Alright. Way of the Warrior. If there's a way for him to come back in this game, it would be Way of the Warrior. But loses the Metsu. That's pretty significant. Metsu is an amazing Ultra, giving him good repositioning, above curve. Yeah, very good Ultra. But elects to play it for Way of the Warrior, hoping that Linne does not have attack hits off her fresh deck. And I don't think she does because she probably would have tech it by now. You dropped the Tatsu for it. Uh, Tatsu, good card, but I guess less good when you only have 2 HP, so it makes sense. Does Ryu have any strong above curve stuff he could trend with Weighted Warrior? Maybe he has a cross still left? Ryu's deck is very limited as well. Ryu still has no spikes. What? Respect. Oh, forcing Ryu to strike here at range 2. Interesting. Probably looked at Ryu's deck and maybe thought that maybe just a simple Moongyre would be enough to stop anything Ryu could realistically throw out. 6-speed Donkey Kick would not be enough against DP. Respect is actually an absurdly good boost against Ryu because uh, Ryu doesn't like to initiate. He's more of a defensive. Unless Ryu can get advantage, he's more of a defensive answer character. All right, Ryu moving back, move 2 with end strike, critting. So this is the most obvious Hadouken in the world. Does Lene have a lock? She does have Sky Fangs if she wants to armor true. There we go. Uh, that's game. Oh, Donkey Kick. Ah, okay, so that was I see. So Feathers was trying to okay. Okay, Feathers was trying to bait Lene to Moongyre in and destroy her with a donkey kick. However, um, Lene did not take the bait, just played Skyfang, saying, okay, if you want Hadouken me, then I'll have tree armor, and it's not a big deal. Yeah, Feathers tried to seek his one way out in the game, but his one way to close the game, which is an 8-power donkey kick into Hadouken. He tried it. He tried it, but it failed. And yeah, forgot Lene had +3 power that turn. Yep, rough. And I don't think. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. So as I surmised, Feathers did not get Metsu, huh? EX Metsu, huh? I don't think he drew EX Metsu Shoryu. Yeah. So I surmised correctly. If he had EX Metsu Shoryu, then in that turn when Lene initiated with a sweep with +3 power and gain advantage, he could just EX Metsu Shoryu and at least be okay either beating EX Grasp or trading with EX Sweep. So yeah, that turn was disastrous for Feathers for sure. But you know, very good game, very good turn game one. As expected, it is a nail biter. All right, on to game two. Um, Feathers has what are the characters he has? Uh, Ryu, yeah, Ryu, Beheaded, Bang, and Carmine. And Rose is playing the characters she has left are Enchantress, Jin, and Dan. In all likelihood, we might see the Carmine come out. Carmine's just a very good character. Carmine's even better when he starts as player one because he can put down the blood pool and immediately establish the tempo. But if Rose thinks that the Carmine is coming out, then she can. I think Jin does pretty alright into Carmine. Dan actually has the potential to blow Carmine up, but maybe a bit too luck dependent for that. However, what's it? The taunts? What was ultimate taunts? Dan taunts? His 2 gauge ultra, whatever you call it. That's actually really good against Carmine if you want to stun him out. Yeah, we'll see though. I predict we'll see Fetters, Carmine, and Rose, Dan. I think Dan. I think she will be confident enough to play Dan. Dan also has above curve stuff that Carmine has to worry about in the form of Danku. Danku actually, Carmine cannot thrust for free if Dan has Danku up. 1, 2, 3, 6 before advance 3 misses when it goes past the opponents. And Dan's spikes of power can bust Carmine's guard. But we'll see. Obviously, Dan's not the most reliable character in the world. You see the Carmine, we see the Dan. Yep. Called it. Called it. Alright, so I know Enchantress does way too little damage. It's probably terrible against Carmine. So we know that Rose won't pick Enchantress. And Jin, I guess Jin is lacking a little bit of power. Unless he can get, but he has preemptive, and he does have permafrost. I don't know, Jin could have been alright choice too, in my opinion. But I think we saw Rose play Jin into Carmine. It did not pan out. I think Rose like struck almost every turn after draw 2 a bunch, and did not pan out. Carmine just event just tanked through everything and yeah, outvalued him. But yeah, with a Dan here, of course Fetters will pick first. Fetters playing Carmine for game 2, as expected. Fetters a dirty, filthy, top tier picker. He even did not want to pick Arakune and picked Bang instead because Bang's good. Very, very play to win. All right, let's see the mulligan here. Fetters mulling 3, so at least 2 good cards that he wants to keep. One of them is surely a blood pool. Question are both of them blood pools? Maybe his blood pool spin or blood pool thrust would be, I would surmise, would be the opening mulligan. I mean the opening hand he has. All right. Let's see the turn 1 blood pool. Let's see it. Blood pool range 1. If he wants to trend sweep likes and assault. And blood pool range 2 if he wants to trend trust. Okay, looks like he might not have to trust. All right. Danny immediately texts it. Doesn't need dives in this matchup at all. Oh, we see Carmine prep. Nice. All right, looks like Fetters had 1 blood pool in the opening hand but did not have another. So now Dan has a turn where he doesn't have any blood pools to worry about. Can strike here with Kadoken. Can Danku to catch cross? It is a tricky mix-up. All right, Carmine pulls defocus. And Dan responds with Kadoken. All right, puts the cross engaged to recur Kadoken. I think it makes sense here. The cross here, you do not want to cross out against Carmine. Carmine immediately putting down another blood pool, but forced to discard a card. Discard Spike, not valuing the mix-up. You know, mix up for Karma is actually pretty good. Dan here no longer really has the option to. Oh, move three. Ah, interesting. Building up two gauge, two cards, dropping crosses because Rose is just like, I'm not gonna cross out against Carmine. Never. Will we see Carmine strike here? Carmine could stack more blood if he wants to, but alright, we see a strike. Oh no. Well, just eats the 8 damage sweep. Oof. Crit wall swing. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, that sweep there. I guess it was to answer spin? Would it answer spin? No, spin would get out of the way. I don't know about that. I honestly don't know about that uh sweep. Nice wall swing. Very good. All right. Taking 4 damage. Yep. And Dan will only take 1. Wow. Okay, that's a wall swing Dan needs to win this matchup. Wow. Okay, so EX twist down. Very good. Feathers need to play something above curve. Oh my goodness. Dan is just going in. Could this be a range 1 Shiso? Oh, alright, maybe Rose needs to cool it a little bit. Overheating. Could have been better just to prep there. Like you got away with a really nice wall swing in the forehand focus, but huh. Karmai's still in a good position because he has 6 life up. He has 2 blood pools engage. Gladly will spend 1 life just to put down a blood pool somewhere. Hmm. I did not like that assault from range 1 there. I think if Carmine wanted to play around. Okay. We using the Dan. Wow, what the hell is going on? Draw a card at end of turn, draw from the top or bottom from deck, then you may discard. Okay. Wow, so Rose wants to trend the free Godoken. Wow, what is going on? The Forbidden Dan Exceed mode. One free Haugadoken could make Carmine cry a little bit. But I mean, range 2 to 5 do not hit you. Yeah. Alright, Carmine actually moving a little bit closer here. Now Cross is online. Oh, the Dan Exceed. I guess wanted to just try and free ultras. Also gives Dan a little bit better control of what he gets. Carmine does have spikes also in the mix. A spike would only turn on this ultra. I did not see anything. You are good, Fetters. EX. So we know it's not EX spike at least. So if Fetters has a block, could be okay here. Probably EX assault, I'm guessing. Yeah, figured. So that's I guess you can option select and not pop the blood. Decides to do so. Alright, so this is 9 power assaults. Yep. Blocks everything. Carmine will gain advantage here. The getting advantage twice is important because he can just move and place a blood pool. Crit wall swing. Trending the free Shiso. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Carmine, Carmine. Your thrust is no longer safe. Well, I mean, he played against the odds. He played against the odds, but that's the power of Dan. If he wall swing well enough. 8 power. Wow, what a wall swing. Is this the anti-Carmine tech from Rose? Is to go unhinged? Jesus, take the wheel, exceed Dan? I even consider crit wall swinging here again. I mean, Carmine's down so many fast options. He's doing it. He's doing it. Well, Dan is doing it. Eight damage. Okay, so 8 plus 2, 10, and then oh, okay, that's not good. Not a good wall swing. Only gets pulled for 1. Yeah, not a good wall swing, but oh well. At least it hits. Carmine does his thing. Rose playing full unhinged against Carmine is something I enjoy seeing. Could be a free Howl. Free Howl would be actually really deadly here. Legendary Taunt, invalid. Free Howl. 8 damage. Carmine will get to keep his block. I mean, keep his blood pool. Carmine takes nothing. And Dan still has another Howl left in deck. We are in peak Exceed territory now, boys. It's just One of the strongest set play characters in the game versus just pure memes. Do you pay one life? I guess he did. I actually looked away. Okay. Oh, it was not. Okay. Fetter's trying to cheat here. I'm just kidding. Oh, likes her. What she do? Carmine does have a thrust. Could activate a thrust underneath Rose, or a range one thrust. Carmine putting all his eggs in one basket here? Wait, uh, yeah, let's put it there. Secret technique. Searching for a particular card. Okay. So bringing back could be the How, and it could be a thrust underneath. Oh, wow. Fetters did not care about the How at all. I guess puts 9 damage. Ouch. That's a lot of damage. All right. Dan at range 5, where nothing hits, unfortunately. So I guess the card she picked up wasn't How, or I was not confident in playing it. Because the How would have shut down Grasp. It would have. 100%. Well, nothing hits. Fetters could just block if he wants to. He's gonna wall swing anyway. Thrust, block, sweep. Obviously, nothing Carmine hits at range 5 with no blood up. Might just opt to play block. Okay, well, that was. That, if the dive was successful, that would have worked. Carmine down both blocks, but it's looking like still looks like just like a one game for Carmine. I think like Rose doesn't have enough resources and out of fuel, no gauge. Yeah, this is a done deal. All right, Fetters just continue to build the blood. Turns off Trust at the very least. So she has Howl as like a range dodge option. A free Howl. Yeah. Since Karma has no more Thrust left. But as soon as Rose has more than one card, the problem is as soon as Rose has more than one card, like it's just gonna not work anymore. Well, actually, she does have Dankus. She has second Danku as well. Doesn't care that she is how. Okay, blood pool goes away. Carmine misses. But I mean, yeah, now that it's down. Like, what does Dan do now? Probably reshuffle. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, there's nothing to. I've made that mistake before where I've searched through someone's discard thinking it mattered when the opponent had no cards anywhere and no cards in hand anyway. Blood, 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 blood. Blood, blood, and more blood. Discarding Koryukin. Rose is keeping the clownery potential alive, even though with 28 cards left, it's gonna be hard. Well, Dan can invalidate some ultras. Like Carmine just like saying, "Don't how good look at me, please." Oh, phew. Okay. Carmine is safe. Plays a 6 speed. Yep. The Dan Menace is defeated. That was certainly an interesting game. I don't know if I felt like I think of course hindsight's 2020. I think the assault rage one, the range one assault from Rose was too frisky in that one game, that one turn. But yeah, I think that if Dan didn't assault at range one that one turn, I think Rose would be a much better position. Well, not much better, but uh, Rose I think just has to know when to like pump the brakes against Carmine. Then I think she would be a pretty good anti-Carmine player. I mean, anti-Carmine player in general. Just needs to know when to just cool it and reload, because eventually you're gonna run out of gas, and then if you run out of gas too hard, and then Carmine's just gonna capitalize. All right, well, Carmine is no more. Fetters did what he set out to accomplish by playing Carmine Game 2. Yep. So Fetters now has uh, Beheaded, Ryu, and Bang to fall back on. I don't think we'll see the Bang because I never see Fetters play Bang. Bang is just there symbolically to represent that his team is full of top tiers. Um, and then Rose still has the Dan if she feels confident in him. But then also the Jin and the Enchantress. Could be interesting to see the Enchantress here now that Carmine's no longer a threat. I feel like Enchantress could handle and both Ryu and Beheaded decently well. Beheaded you have to worry about Phaser, but that's it really. So we could see the Enchantress. I'm betting 1,000 Bison bucks on Enchantress. Man, that damn game was still what a crazy game. Things were looking up for Dan at some points, but then things were looking down for Dan during some combats. But yeah, it was a good attempt by Rose. Good attempt by Rose. Even if I think she probably went a bit too crazy, like it was still a good attempt. Federer's thinking hard about what character he wants in the third game. Now he cannot pull out the Carmine for a free win. What's he gonna do now? Hmm. Not so hard decision when you don't actually have Carmine, huh? Federer's like, oh man, I have to place honest characters now. Shit. Shit. I gotta play honest neutral. Nah, just kidding. Don't believe Ryu's lies. He's not an honest character. Beheaded is not an honest character either. You know, he pretends to be. Shotos are just like that. Like, they pretend to be honest, but they're not honest. The bang? Hello? Huh. Federer's bang? Has he been practicing this? Maybe he has. Federer has been grinding this game a lot. More than me. More than a lot of people. So maybe he has been practicing the bang. This could have been Arakune if Federer was not a coward. But no, has to pick the nice and safe bang. Why is Dan reference there? You fool. Yeah, Dan actually doing fine against Bang. Dan has Danku. Dan has How. Dan has legendary taunts. It's like, good luck trying to play Shuriken against this guy. Well, I mean, you can play Shuriken still, because Shurikens is a ridiculously dumb card. But like, against Dan, it's hardly free. And Rose can go first, so Rose can choose to not play in a range that is soft to Bang Shuriken. But yeah, Bang is a character that has like a little bit of a flavor fail. I think he's way too defensive for a supposedly loud, aggressive ninja. But hey, Bang style shirt. Prepping's for cowards. Just play Dragon's Dogma the whole week. The wind is pushing me. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Bang I think is a flavor fail because his UA promotes just sitting there curating cards and then tries to get all the 4 ultras in his stage to land the free 187 that hits full board. Yep. And also Dan has a nice safe recursion engine in the form of his overdrive. His overdrive allows him to get back a copy of a card that from his overdrive, and then his EXs get +1 power. And because Dan has stuff like +1 power, +1 speed now strike, +1 speed now advance 2 hit strike, so like Bang can always just play safe stuff. Okay, Rose striking turn one could be the turn one dive, could be the turn one Dan Ku, could be the turn one Dan Fireball. Of course, Fighters has to guess. Fighters uncomfortably has to guess what option Dan is playing. What amazing option Dan is playing at range 4. Pulverizing Blast will lose to the Danku. Will miss. Lost the mix-up, unfortunately. And Rose will play a card. If you were hit, if that's well, Pulverized Blast Jutsu will at least negate a little bit of damage here. But then Advanced Retreat up to 2. Rose did place a card on top of her deck before Bang can decide. Okay, Bang likes Rage 3. Yeah, it's kind of weird that because after's a must, so Dan has to commit placing a card on top, but he has no idea what range Bang will be in. Like Bang could be here, 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 here. Like it could be range 1 to 5. So Rose cannot adequately prepare for where Bang's gonna move to. She just has to guess where Bang's gonna end up. Could see a range 3 mix up here. If Dan plays a range 3 mix up here, he doesn't have to worry about Danku, because Danku will miss. Thinking about it, I mean, there's a reason why he wanted range 3, right? He wants to play a mix up here. There we go. Good waltzing. No! It's the Bang style Shuriken, aka, well, rest in peace, Dan's Gauge. Oh well. Gadoken on top makes sense, actually. Well, at least it's not an assault. Assault would lose. If Bang played an assault, it would lose even harder. I mean, Dan would lose even harder. Right now, uh, oh, there we go. Dan gains pokes for plus 2 power and gains advantage. Dan already halfway there to his Exodia. Well, Bang had like 3 specials on the top. Pretty good. Luckily, he did not hit the Pulverizing Blast Jutsu. Alright, Bang preps. Regular prep, not Bang prep. I hate this card, man. It's so annoying. Alright, Dan boosting plus 2 speed here. Trending 6 speed dive, 7 speed assault, 5 speed spike. Even on life, but Bang is in a better position here with 2 gauge away from his overdrive. 2 specials. How long is the recording? Has been almost an hour and a half. Oh. No, 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 no. This is a 7 speed assault, my friend. Wow, the wild swings have been on point today. Wow. Bang tried to initiate with a cross to get out of the way. Oof. Feathers can't be too happy about that. Someone explain to me why the default normals, I mean the normals alternate, keeps the season 5 normals regular, but then changes every other season to season 2 normals. Someone explain to me that. Hmm, is there some sort of bias here that season 5 gets to keep the normals for some reason? But season 5 is like the ugliest normals too, like the training stage. For Love and Justice, +1 power, +1 speed, now strike. Going. Perhaps after that play, that wall swing assault, Bang himself is annoyed and is just going in here. Okay. Uh, play the 7 speed, 7 power sweep, but will not pop the focus. Focus will hit back for 6. Bang will lose a card. I mean, Dan will lose a card, but probably doesn't care about that. And Bang will. Ugh, Dan. Dan will draw one. You know, I keep saying Dan and Bang because they're both like very similar characters in terms of their personalities. Okay. I'm kind of surprised by that +1 power, +1 speed uh, sweep move. Just wanted a big combat win to come back and try to pop a sweep with his own sweep. Betting that Dan did not have a way to cross out. Oh, tosses away a unstoppable palm thrust. That's telling. That means the other card must be even better. Bang prep. Alright, toss away a grasp. If Dan's not careful, he could eat an infinite chaos fist because that's 9 speed for some reason. So yep, Dan has to be careful about that option. Good, good parry. Alright, bang preps again. Loses a Void Tempest kick. I guess doesn't need it, technically. EX? EX what? Could be an EX leg taunt. No, seriously, why is that 9 speed? Even gives him any card from this card piled to his gauge so he can overdrive a bit. Tell me why. Alright, this EX could really be anything. I feel like it could be sweep. It could be something like assault. It could be EX Koryuken maybe on curve. It could be EX. It could be way too many things. Alright, this is a Koryuken. We'll do decent damage. We'll Dan will take 4, right? Yes, 4. And I mean Bag will take 4, and then Dan will take 3. My God, I need to stop getting these mixed up. It's pretty good that Dan pulled a spike as well because decent power and useless at range 1 anyway. Bang does have enough to overdrive. Uh, does have a recurring reading he can get back from his overdrive because we love recurring readings here. Mm. If Bang does exceed, he will have to strike. I guess he does have Tempest in discard makes sense because then he can get EX Tempest back. Alright, Bang plays set nail before you advance a treat 2. Okay, a pretty good boost. Cost 1 force. However, it's kind of less good at range 1. I mean, actually range 1 is fine because you could threaten a range 1 spike or a range, but you can't really break the speed curve that way, you know? And I think the advance or retreat 2 is mandatory. So it's a strict advance 2 or retreat 2. Cannot stay still. Range 1 spike isn't also reliable against an explosive character like Dan either. Dan has too many ways to pop that tiny little foreguard. Not to mention, Electron is just so reliable in defense. Dan also dropped the dive, so he can't. Oh, okay. Dropped the second dive. +1 powerful speed, now strike before you may advance retreat 2. Huh. Is this feels like a range 1 spike to me. Could it? What could he be trending here? Maybe Bang style? No. I don't know. It feels like too much investment for a Bang style. Unstoppable Palm Trust, perhaps? Crit Wall Swing. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, there goes Bang's hopes and dreams. The on-curve cross does not pan out. He tried to... I see what he tried to do. He tried to advance 2 over Dan and then maybe a retreat 3 to range 5. Yeah, they're individual ones. Common mistake to make. He just pulled the ultra trifecta. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that sucks to lose all those 3, but like Dan's also perfectly happy with his wild swing, so who's really winning here? I mean, probably Dan doesn't care that he lost 3 extremely good cards when since he won that strike super cleanly with the 8-speed Psycho. Oh, you gotta pay the gauge first, technically. Yep. Does he have spike to punish? Oh, it's a sweep. All right. Well worth it for Dan. Not as good as a spike, but almost as good. Oh, Fetish has to decide as he wants. Fetish is taking 2 here. Yeah, Fetish has to decide whether he wants to take the 2 and have 4 gauge for overdrive, or oh, he's doing it. Okay. Bank prepping. Interesting. All right. I think it makes sense here. Just to get cards that cards. Oh, oh my God! Is this EX? No, it's not EX. So I'm getting too ahead of myself. Shiso was already discarded. This is probably just EX Assault then. If he wants to hedge against Bang style, just EX Assault. Well, I got too hyped up for no reason. Just seeing Dan like play matching something from hand with no cards left is like screams to me assault. Oh, well, all right. Bang style shuriken. Okay, I think that works. EX. Fetters will have to play the force. Well, not the biggest deal in the world. At least Rose gets to chase. At least Rose gets to chase, and I'm pretty sure how the Godoken is alive in the deck somewhere. And Bang is down both Bang styles, so that's good. Depending on the last six cards of okay, still values the last six cards. Will Bang prep to help get good options. Well, the dreams from Hyper Shadow Step Strike are down the drain. Especially since he played both as boosts and doesn't have four specials. Drops the Fatal Eruption. Okay, Rose, thank you. Rose did not wall swing or do anything too crazy. Yeah, this is looking pretty rough for Bang right now. Even though Bang has like 4 gauge, like has a way more resources than Dan. Like look at the life differential. Not to mention Bang's deck is also thinning, so might want to a reshuffle here. Does Bang have a second block? I think he does. Second block to keep select. Oh, we see a strike. It's not a Bang style. It could be a Pulverizing Blast, of course. It could be Pulverizing Blast. Dive or Pulverizing Blast is probably is the only thing that he has to mix up with. Oh, it's a block. Okay. Maybe Dan is okay with this outcome, just sitting at range 7 and wait for Bang's overdrive to run out. Yeah. Right. Bang will get double Bang styles back. Awkward position here. Like Bang might is probably gonna get his options back, but like if he wants to take advantage of his overdrive for +1 power EXs, then he actually has to close. These are some really interesting game states that this set has created. Like this is actually honestly one of the most entertaining sets of Exceed I've seen in ever. Yep, Fed is just prepping. Not liking his options. Oh, Rose boosting Fierce. Obviously the Fierce is not going to do anything right now here, but it's a way to threaten some power if Fetters closes in. Thankfully, Bang has no. Actually, Bang does have advanced strike, but um, it's only advanced 2, so he can't advance 3 and then strike with Shuriken. Overdrive trigger. Yep. Okay. Could get back block just to parry something, maybe. Ah, yes, bang. The hyper-aggressive ninja sitting at range 7, thinking of what to recur back. Bang is down to one last card in deck, which is known. Mm, 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 mm. All right, gets back sweep. Both sweeps? I wonder if he's going to spend Force to close. Or just initiate a strike here so that Dan waste stands +2 power. Man, look at his butt chin. Freaking Dan. What a guy. Bang, stuck at range 7 with 8 cards, 2 sweeps, and 2 bang styles. Weird decision he has to make. I'll go for your reading. Reading like dive or something into reading assault. Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. Pulverizing blast. Yep. Okay. Mm, okay, that makes sense. That's a good reading. All right. Dan striking. Bang could mash EX Shuriken. Unless it's like a focus something. Or just a sweep. Uh, hmm. I'm not sure about this cross. I guess to bait out EX sweep. I guess Dan has a Godoken in hand. Alright, Fetter's hand is technically known. Thinking about boosting, probably. Right now, the EX Shuriken is doing 3 damage. Fetters can tip his hand, but doesn't have to. If he's not tipping his hand, then Rose will have the card counts. Will Fetters be a nice guy? He will be a nice guy. Feathers could. Oh, I see. Feathers is counter counting to figure out what possibilities Dan has left. Interesting hand here. Yeah, How is always a threat at range 2. Could beat a Dale with your hammer. Advance 2 strike with. Hmm, I think, yeah, Banks has one turn left in overdrive, right? Yeah, he does. You could pass turn and just play +2 speed as well. If he wants to try and avoid Tempest. But I don't think Dan has a reading. No, Dan has a reading. So therefore, has to be careful somewhat. Alright. Beat an LB Hammer, now advance 2, then strike. Well, I guess if he advances 2, even with +1 speed, he has to worry about uh what's the card? Psycho? Does Dan have Psycho? Maybe. Fetters could play Beat an Hammer. Fetters could play +2 speed. And Dan has some fairly good wall swings. Leg Taunt is probably in there as well. No, no, both Leg Taunts are down. Alright, decides to boost the +2 speed and pass his turn. Or not. I don't think Fetters knows what to do here. There's like a few things. I guess it's a tough decision to make. He is only 6 life down, so Bang could totally make this comeback, obviously. Is Fetters, what calculation is Fetters going through his mind right now? Moving? Moving to a range. Okay, so the hand is 2 Void Tempests, Infinite Chaos Fist, and Unstoppable Palm Trust. Okay, moves to range 5 where nothing can hurt him right now. Okay, Dan chooses to reshuffle to get his options back. Last turn of overdrive pops. The block returns to hand. I guess at range 5, he's okay to sit here and try and beat your nail. However, from what we knew of his hand, none of the stuff actually hits in range 3. So until he draws something that hits at range 3, it's not really going to be a useful boost. There's also one less bank style shuriken to worry about because one's stuck engaged, which is good. Okay, after advanced retreat 1, okay. Tempest Flying Squirrel Jutsu. So this after retreat 1 could be useful to dodge stuff. This after effect. All right, boosting larger than life. Dan could maybe try and defuse this by not Dan striking. Striking for a new card from the reshuffle deck could be a leg taunt. I think a Danku would be. Danku's not out of the question. I feel like a Danku is risky, could just run into a slow. Oh, right. Right. Bang at range 5, duh. I keep forgetting Polarizing Blast Jutsu could hit here. But I don't think he drew one, unless he's lucky. Fetters is like boosting all this to set up for a really good beat a nail turn, but so I think Rose striking here to terminate is good. Oh, he drew his second Pulverizing Blast Jutsu. Wow. Well, Dan fully blocks it. At least made him waste his advantage. Now he could beat a nail. Wait, what's this? This Pulverizing? Am I crazy? This Pulverizing Blast Jutsu was not known, right? It couldn't be known. I feel like I didn't see it in Bang's hand. He just drew it. All right, that was Rose's turn. Now Bang, it's Bang's time. You could see maybe a beat a nail to EX Void Tempest, maybe. A bit risky, but could pay off because it ignores guard, slightly below curve, discards Dan's last card in hand that he's been holding on to. Oh yeah, Bang could also overdrive as well. Oh, never mind. I forget that he dropped one Void Tempest kick for the boost. Bang just boosts larger than lifetimes too. Dan, happy to just prep here. I think if he gets off a good legendary taunt, he can win the game. With 3 gauge, he can trend ultras without needing to have an empty hand, which is good. Oh, well, looks like they're both taking a break here. So while we wait, well, that wasn't really a BRB. It's a bit too quick to be a BRB. Oh well. Uh, plus with being out mass student strike. Plus one speed, plus one power, hit gain advantage. Alright, at range 1. What could he be trending? Leg taunts? Maybe? Wait, is Rose gonna respond to leg taunts? Oh no. Okay. Did Rose forget about the plus one speed there? Well, Bang came in, went out with on curve cross, gain advantage. Bang is making this comeback. Didn't it used to be 26? Now it's 8-6, with Bang having a million gauge. Hmm. The grasp I guess was to hmm, try and what was that? CC2? CC1? Oh, I see. Wants to get Void Tempest back. I see. Oh crap! This is a Howl. Oh, it's a range 4 mix up. It's Dan. Bang does have the block still. Yes, he still has a block. Should have played the Lecton last turn, right? I wonder why I didn't play Lecton last turn. Was he afraid that the guard will be... Okay. Was Rose afraid the guard would be busted? If Rose played Lake Talon the turn before, wouldn't this still be okay against +1 speed, +1 power? It had to be okay, right? Can catch cross. Maybe Dan had no. Oh, this is really weird. Fetters writing down all no normals possible. I don't. That was weird. Why Lecton this turn and not the turn before? There's no Void Tempest kicks to worry about. I don't get it. All right, can strike with +1 power. Well, not +1 power. Only, I mean, only if it's a EX. Fetters overdriving, but doesn't seem to be sure what he wants to strike with. Hmm. Even if it's second shuriken, gonna validate it. Oh, well, Palm Trust guard is busted, and now Rose has a free ultra, maybe that she has in hand. +4 power if no cards in hand. Okay, this will only apply if this will only huh. This will only apply if Rose plays the card that she has in hand right now. Does she need a +2 power, +4 power? Not really. However, it does make Bang's blocks very expensive if he's going to go for blocks. Alright, gets back Shuriken. Shuriken does have the boost that to return a continuous boost from play to his own hand, taking that action. You see a set nail? Thinking about it. Spending 4 force to move the range 3. Maybe additional force. Alright, spending 5 force to move the range 4 with a Shuriken in hand. We're simply moving to range 2. Makes sense. Maybe get cross, mash cross. Is this the game plan? I do not expect the set to take as long as it's going right now. But maybe I should have expected it. Two good players, and both with their undefeated streaks on the line. All right, we do see the cross get back from Bang. Feathers shuffling to be extra safe. Might match cross, maybe. I don't know if you see. I think Bang overdrive twice, and I think we only saw one EX Shuriken. Just using his overdrive purely for recursion. All right, invalid. Good wall swing. Bang will have to spend the force to do no damage and have to find a way to dodge this focus. Will dodge the focus. Okay, and Bang will draw a card. It's a focus. Yeah. All right. We'll draw a card which will help Dad expand his options a little bit, but hey, that rage 4 Dan though. Opponent cornered. All right. Peak will add cross to gauge. Why do you take back? It was so fast. Hmm. All right, Fighters boosting plus his speed. Dan has 13 cards left. Surely that's enough cards to kill Bang here. But they both had 13 cards. 13 cards post reshuffle. Long game. With the plus his speed. Did he get back dive or something? Actually, don't know what he took back. Plus his speed pulverizing blast is also a thing. Just preps. Okay, makes sense. All right, Void Tempest, getting back another Void Tempest, And flips back to front side. Boost larger than life. Hard to say. Plus 2 power, plus 1 speed. I mean, plus 1 power, plus 2 speed. Reading? Cross read? Oh, what the hell? Well, the boosts are diffused, but Rose having no ways to punish cross there. Wow, weird. Alright, at least gets rid of the plus 2 speed. But no way to punish cross from hand is sad. Bang boosting plus 2 speed of his own, but is that really going to help him against Danku? Dan has 2 Dankus, 1 Danku left. Wow, what's going on? I feel like this is a like desperation boost almost. Shuriken? Has to be second Shuriken, right? Crit wall swing? Oh! That is game. Wow. Well done. Well done. Good wall swing there. I wonder what it must be two Dankus must be in deck. Yeah, could not play the free How. I see. So had no way to punish cross. I see. Yeah, two Dankus must be yeah, two Dankus left in deck. 1/4 chance. Could invalidate Ultras as well. Wow. What a finish. 9 speed Danku to beat 8 speed Shuriken. Yep. Good games from both players. What an endurance run. Both players played very hard. Uh, and a pretty long set too. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed that set as much as I did, because that was crazy. Thanks for watching. Peace!